you guys hear me? This is going to take a second because I have no idea what's going on, but what's up, everybody? Yeah, Ribeye, I made that graphic when I had 500 subscribers because I was like, you know what? I hit 500 subscribers. I'm going to start streaming at 1,000. I think that was my plan, and then I just, like, never did it. They've been sitting in my, What's wrong with this outfit? Nobody nobody likes my blue outfit? What's up, everybody? Jonathan, Nick, Ribeye, please, Maddie, Melissa, Kathy, what's going on, everybody? Let me know if, like, the volume's all right on the game. Ninja, what's up? How's it going? Also, let me know if you have a different name and, like, you're in one of the Discords, like Bears or the Farmers Market Discord, and we, like, interact, because I'll be honest with you guys, I have no idea. When the names in the profile picture aren't there for me on YouTube, I get lost. And Jonathan, thank you very much. You don't have to. I appreciate it, though, very much. Jonathan's, like, one of the goats here on the channel. I'll have to break out some French for Jonathan at some point. Game is a little quiet. Okay. Okay, let me change. You guys are talking like the background music is pretty low? Let me know if that's a little bit better in terms of, like, game volume. I have, like, so many versions of the stream up between, like, OBS, the live stream, the studio portion that, like, I hear it 600 times in my head, so I can't really get a good feel for how the levels are. Sounds good? All right. Thank you, Kathy. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do. We'll probably give it a few minutes before we start, like, jumping into anything. I'll probably just, like, do my dailies. Sean, well, I'd have to poll every Rick on the planet to see if I am, in fact, the slickest. I would doubt it, to be honest with you, just by the number, but but potentially, yeah. Okay, sweet. Yeah, I'm just going to do some, as people, like, file in, I'm just going to do some, like, dailies or whatever in the background, but yeah, I figured we could just come in here, hang out for, like, an hour so I could get used to, like, the actual, you know, process of streaming and trying to fill dead space and talk and do things on the stream at the same time, so. Kathy, I haven't done any of the Valentine stuff yet. I filmed both the Guild Boss videos today. Earphone, yes, he's really good. I think you should... Actually, I was going to joke and say you should A6 him, but when you A6 him, I think that's, like, the only time he has any value, right? So, you should A5 him. A5 R6 him. Takeno, what's going on? Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate that. I think I probably... Well, actually... Well, spoiler alert, if I don't want to break the, like, the immersion for everybody, but my actual name is not Rick. I'm not going to disclose. But the farmers market guys were very surprised when I told them that. Yeah, I didn't want to break the immersion, so I just, like, didn't mention it. Scammed, yeah. Questionable. Very questionable. Jonathan, I'll refund you. I know I sold you a false bill of goods, and I'm sorry. Yeah, negative slickness. But does the slickness come from me being slick, or does it come from just the name being Rick? Like, is there any correlation between the two, or is it just, like, one comes from the other? What do we want to give Wind? Only from the name? Well, that's unfortunate then, isn't it? I guess I could legally change it. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know how expensive that is, but... The rhyme sells it. Yeah, no, it's true. That is true, Nick. Yes, it is. This is going to be... Change my full name. Yeah, I've thought about it. I've thought about it. Because if I want to commit to the bit, then I really should, actually, I guess, right? Now, what do we want to do? Make some yen. I wish making money in real life was as easy as it is in this game, where you could just, like, show up to random places throughout the day, make, like, 50 bucks, and then go home 10 seconds later. Who is my Valentine, Takeno? I haven't done any of the Valentine stuff yet. So, undecided. Hang out with Mio. Already spent a bunch of tickets on her. Might as well hang out with her. So who did everybody else pick for their Valentines? Hayaka. Well, Shauna, I could have figured that one. I didn't even have to ask Shauna. I kind of already knew the answer to that one, I think. Anj. Oh yeah, Earphone. You play... Earphone's like in a separate reality that's like far ahead of ours. Mesa always and forever. You like broke into the source code, Jonathan, and added Mesa as an option. Close to choosing Mont, Soy, yeah, all good options. The future's well, there's a lot of things I could say on that, but I'm not going to. That might be true in more ways than one, Shauna. I was watching like some Chinese travel vlogs, and I'll be honest, I like desperately want to go to Shanghai. They look like they're living like 30 years in the future from us, like no joke. How future spoilers free is this chat? That's a good question. I'm not going to mention anything, but as long as no one spoils like story, I typically don't really care about characters and stuff. I don't know if anyone else has like opposition to that, but wonder if anyone chose Yui. Maybe I'll choose Yui just because like I feel bad for Yui. That might be kind of fire, Jonathan, not even gonna lie. I do the same thing, Shauna. I just kind of like look up the characters and see what they do, but I don't want to know anything about the story. Merope and Yui have to be the low picks. Yeah, I might... I'm tempted to do one that like nobody does, so I might pick Merope or Yui. I'm not sure. Yeah, Takeno, you're fine to put names in there. We get a dog, Kage? Yeah, we... Koromaru, I mean... That's my goat, so... We will be here when Koromaru gets here. Tomoko at the yeah. It's a shame because, like... Her VA is so fun on the live streams, and then she's just kind of such a waste as a... At least her 4-star is a waste as a character completely, and then the 5-star... 5-star's fine, I guess, actually. I shouldn't say that, but... Do we know what Koro is yet? I assume Curse, right? Although I don't know if that's a spoiler or not, if anyone wants to say it. Debuffer earphone, you think? Curse debuffer? Dual Curse Fire Sweeper. No confirmation, okay. Right. And because Shauna's here, we'll hang out with Runo now while we're using all our stamina here. I don't even know what's going on stream. I'm kind of just like autopiloting because I'm trying to read the chat. How do people do this? There's way too much going on. Dual element buffer debuffer. That would be pretty sick, Rabbi. I just spent 2,000 gems, yeah. I'm too popular for streaming. Yeah, it's questionable. That's what I'm kind of trying to do right now, Kage. I have one on one screen and then the chat off to the other. But like I feel like I'm autopiloting my gameplay, even though I'm not like really doing anything. I'm just clicking buttons, which I guess is a lot of this game actually. It's just clicking through things. Then it's a MOBA and you guys are the minimap. You know what's funny? I've played so many like I don't know. I feel like hero shooters and MOBAs like have some crossover in terms of like the people who play them, especially like Overwatch. I never got into like League. A lot of my friends are like obsessed with League and oh god, what is the other one? Um, Completely escaping me. But what is this question? Heroes of the Storm, Smite. What is the one I'm thinking of? It's Dota 2. Yes, thank you, Nick. I kind of miss FPS games. I'm not even gonna lie. I know everyone's like so sick of them, but I haven't played an FPS in like, man, I don't even know. When did Marvel Rivals come out? Because I was like an Overwatch addict for like 4 years, and then Rivals came out, and I played that like nonstop for like a season, and then I just like I don't think I've played a shooter since. Even though Marvel Rivals is questionably a shooter, it's not really. I haven't heard of that one, Kage. Is it like a is it like single player, or is it like a? I saw Jetpack Cat, Shauna. I don't know what. I was so confused. I saw all this stuff for Overwatch. Like, they were like dropping like 5 new characters. They dropped the 2. Like, I hadn't been following any of it. Gunbout's an older team versus team FPS. Okay. Humans versus Square. That actually does sound pretty fun. Oh, similar to Doom. Single. Okay. Hades. Okay. That's what I thought you were talking about, Takeno, so that proves your point. It's really fun. I might have to go back. I literally have like 4,000 hours in Overwatch. Like, obsessive. I played it literally every single day for many, many years. From, I think I started playing the day Moira came out. And then I think I dropped it when the Crystal guy, the Crystal tank, I forget his name, like right before he came out. Requiem looks good. I haven't seen, I'm like not a horror game guy. I get, literally a horror game playthrough for me would take like 200 hours because I'd have to like, you know, I'd move like 4 steps every 5 minutes. Shauna, I get the Shauna pocket. We could do like I don't even know what like the good characters to pocket are at this point. Like, there's a new, I saw the one guy, he's like a fire shooter guy. Do I play any non-persona? I play like a lot of random stuff, I feel like. These days I play mostly just P5X is like 90% of my time, which kind of drives you crazy sometimes, but I play a lot of JRPGs, sports games and stuff. Closest I get to Marvel Rivals is the Funkos. I used to have a ton of Funkos. Back during COVID, I like became obsessed with Funkos. I had like 400 of them. Oh yeah, I was so bored. I just like was buying them all the time. And then like I don't even know why. Like I didn't even like half the ones I bought. And then at one point I just sold all of them. Yeah, that's why I hide my real name. Jonathan's on to me. CJ, what's going on? CJ, I'm surprised you're not on that NTE grind right now. Using the wrong team? Oh, of course. Thank you, Takeno, because I literally am just auto-branding everything right now. NTEJ, that's branding right there. I have not finished it, Kathy, no. I did, like, the first part of it, and then there's, like, a second floor or something, and I haven't done any of that yet. I think Mementos would be good for this, because clearly my brain is, like, not functioning properly, trying to do both at the same time. Jonathan Files. Mark, what's going on? Yeah, Kage, I like have to tell myself like you can do one game, like whatever your main game is, I spend just to kind of get A0. Everything else I just like have to be free to play. Oh no, Takeno, I do normally do it. I just Please, what's going? Please is my goat. Please is like every video. It's my goat right there. Yes, I appreciate everybody showing up, and Melissa, I appreciate you shouting it out in the channel and reminding me to post it in the live stream thing. I don't even know how many people are in here because like I don't have it open on the. Oh, did that just mute? I just like moved my thing and now the whole thing is falling apart. Are we back? Yeah, I know, I got to. I'm not like a social media person, which is not great for trying to to grow a social media channel. Dominic, what's going on? Do I need to do the Valentine's thing today or can I do it later? That's a good question because I haven't started it, so I hope it's not today. Yeah, CJ, I guess I just won't. I'm just not going to tab out anymore. I have this set up, so I'm just stuck here until the to the end of the stream. You did it before reset? Within the next 18 days. I hope so. Because I haven't done any of it yet, so. I guess we can do it now, but I won't really pay much attention to it, but... Yeah, I'm totally lost. I'm like... I have no idea what's going on. Mark, thank you very much for joining. I appreciate it, my friend. For the game, it's 2:15 already, so yeah. Last cutscene unlocks in 11 days. Mark, much appreciated, my friend. I think I already said that, but I'll say it again. I appreciate it very much. We visually overwhelmed me. I'm overwhelmed on, like, all of my senses. I don't know if you've ever seen... Have you guys ever seen the movie with Bradley Cooper where he takes that pill and he, like, becomes, like, his, like, brain becomes clear? I'm, like, the opposite of that. It's, like, Limitless or something, I think it's called. Appreciate it, Mark. Yeah, I would find it hard to believe that they would do an event where, like, it ends. But then again, basically everything I've said I find hard to believe in every video the last, like, 2 weeks they've done, and nothing makes any sense to me. So, yeah, I'm done making assumptions about how things work in this game, because, yeah, everything I've essentially been wrong about every single thing I've said for the last, like, 2 weeks about them doing things in this game. All right, do we do this? Because now everyone's scaring me. It says 18 days. You know what? I'm not doing it right now. Because if I do it right now, there's not a chance that there's not a chance I'm paying any attention to it. So let's just do Mementos, maybe. Just run through Mementos. When you said Limitless, I thought of JJK. You know what's funny? Every time I use Mont's skill 3, because I think it was called Domain on the other servers, I think of like her opening her domain, or her domain expansion, and then I wonder why they changed it to have such a stupid name on global, which they seem to do with a lot of stuff. So area 6, there's 2 areas. This French is elegant. Yeah, it's true. They change it because I make the videos? That's true, Melissa. Alright, where am I supposed to be going here? I don't know what badge I want to go. I know there's like different badges, right, for... Where did I just go? It just teleported me like 3 floors up. What just happened? Or no, it didn't. What's happening? don't know what I'm doing right now. Did they leak Rin V2 name already? I just feel like a lot of the name changes have made no sense. Like, I still don't really understand the point of, like, why are the alternate versions of the characters not using their Phantom Thief code names anymore? Like, they're no longer in the Phantom Thieves or whatever because they're 5 stars now. If you want the single badge, it's easy to fail it. Yeah, I have no idea what any of the... I'm gonna have to, like, go watch someone, like, explain it to me, because I, like, barely paid any attention to the stuff they were saying on the stream about, like, the specifics of how it works. It does... It irritates me too, Melissa. I don't... Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, why is she... like, why is she Katone as a 5-star, but she's Mont as a 4-star? Jonathan... Messenger Jonathan, what did you... Did you try and leak something, Jonathan? You leaked my government name? I still call her Winvast and Monster 1 too, Mark. I can't stop myself. I don't know. It says something about a message in the thing. Ignore it, Jonathan. Doesn't matter. I don't know what's going on. I didn't say a slur, I promise. Well, I didn't think you did. But I guess it's never off the table. I don't think there's... I don't even want to say it, because I don't know. I don't know if there are any, like, chat rules in here right now, so I hope that YouTube would auto-moderate that, but... No one post one to find out, but... Yeah, I guess it makes sense in that sense, Shauna, but... I don't know, it still just, like, kind of annoys me for some reason. Yeah, please don't. Yeah, we don't need to test it now. On second thought. Yeah, Jonathan can test it if he wants to. And then we'll tell the your YouTube appeal that it was for science. I saw something today that, like, YouTube is, like, randomly banning a lot of people in, like, certain game spaces. So I was kind of scared because this is technically, like, an anime game. I was, like, a little bit scared that maybe, like, Gacha Space would be affected by it, too. Like, they have, like, a new automation system, I guess, to try and probably combat stuff with... I think it was, like, Minecraft and Roblox or something. But it's, like, banning a lot of people unintentionally for content, like, offensive to minors or something. But... So I was a little bit worried that that might start happening to people in our space, but maybe P5X is so small that it doesn't matter. YouTube is randomly hiding people. Yeah, it happened the other day, CJ, in the farmer's market. I think it happened to both of us. Yeah, AI's been terminating different channels. Yeah, I don't... You would think they'd have that stuff on lock before they just, like, push it out to the people and start banning people with, like, millions of subscribers, but... apparently not. Yeah, it's not going away, Takeno. It's not going away. It's just going to keep becoming a bigger and bigger part of everything. Expecting one day to get smited. Yeah, I've been very good about not cursing on stream or videos, which has been difficult at times. That's true. Yeah, we'll know that YouTube moderation has started to take this game more seriously when the Howler video gets axed. We need one from Mesa. Jonathan, that's your space right there. Jonathan can do the Mesa armpit video. Yeah, the Stella have been interesting on this one, Fanatic of games. Private channel in CJ's Discord dedicated to Mesa. I heard, and Destro apparently wasn't denied, he denied entry to it, I believe, is what happened. But for you, Kage, with your account, I don't know if anything's gonna be anything's gonna be challenging that they could do. Day 179 of daily Howler posts. You're like the when is P6 account on Twitter, but just basically acknowledging the existence of Howler. Yeah, if it's challenging for Kage, then I don't even know if I'd bother trying it because there's no way I'm doing it. I don't even know what team I'm using for this. Whatever. Twins can auto it. Daily worship. Yeah, it's the scripture. The holy scripture of Howler. Maddie, what's going on? Thank you very much, Maddie. I appreciate it, my friend. I believe Maddie was the first person to ever comment on a video I posted. Followed by Melissa, I think was second. I don't remember. I'd have to go look. But thank you, Maddie. I appreciate it. I think you might be. I think you might be. That was back when we were still a, like, subplot in the Gacha Metaverse Discord, when we were, like, a thread. Yeah, it is pretty cool, Jonathan, isn't it? We lost a lot of people after that first, like, 2 disastrous weeks of this game existing. And now it's just, like, kind of boiled down to people who are just going to be here, like, for the long haul, seemingly. And so I feel like we're all just going to, like, know each other really well by then, if we don't already. Remember you when I'm famous? Maddie, no question about it. Cancel Zev. Yeah, Zev's moved on to bigger and better things. What is he doing today? I saw his channel earlier. He was live. He's moved on to what, like Star Rail? Rerolling? Rerolling Star Rail. So is he now? He's no longer a. What game was he doing again? He was doing Enfield. So he's not an Enfield streamer. He just like is a reroll streamer. People only watch his reroll streams. I mean, he's got like 400 people in there, doesn't he? Yeah, I guess. I mean, I ain't gonna stop him. If it's making him money, then keep doing it. The rerolling would drive me insane, I feel like. Then again, I guess he's doing it for content rather than, like, actually rerolling for anything. You know, I guess, right? Like, he's not going to play these games, I imagine. He's just going to, like, reroll and then move on to the next game. Like, what's the next game that's going to come out? The, Blade posted about something, right? The 7 Deadly Sins game. I don't know if that's, like, popular or not, but... Or gonna be popular. I don't think it's out yet. 7 Deadly Sins, yeah, Origin, okay. Yeah, I don't really reroll either. It usually takes like too long, and it's just the longest I'd heard. I guess Zev's is probably the longest, but Vulcan did one for, was it CZN maybe, where he rerolled for like 3 days. Yeah, it just takes too much time to reroll. I mean, if it's like 3 minutes and like the first thing you do when you get in the game is roll, then I get it. But if it's gonna take like half an hour, I don't know if it's ever worth it. Ever cover other gachas? Are you Persona guy? I definitely want to. NTE is probably the next closest to me covering. Whenever it like officially gets a release, I haven't done much in terms of the beta. I'm in the beta. I've been playing it, but I've just like triggered something in CJ. But yeah, probably NTE. I don't know if it'd be on this channel though, or if I'd make like a second channel. I'm still not sure what I want to do on it. I might just do it on this channel. CJ, so yeah, he's like a Russian sleeper agent, but only for NTE. He's a perfect world secret agent. Random NPC. I'm like shocked at how big the world feels. Am I in the creator Discord? I'm in some kind of Discord. I don't know about the creator one, to be honest. It's a good question, CJ, actually. I have no idea. I don't think I got into the creator program because when I went to sign up for it, I don't think I had enough subscribers. I don't know what the threshold was, but it was something like that. Joker, yeah. Do you remember how many people in here were in our guild? Like, I wonder how many people are still in Bearpocalypse that were in, like, in 1.0. But there was the guy who, like, A6 Joker, got him to level 70, never put cards on him, and then just, like, never played again after the first week. I should reapply? Yeah, I should. Before, because when is the official launch? I don't think there's a date. There's, like, not a hard date set yet, right? But it's gonna be sometime this year. Yeah, I forget their in-game name, Maddie. I don't remember who it was, but there was someone who would always, like, at them. Maybe it was Paul who would, like, at them and try and get them to put the right card set on. Yeah, they, like, A6, R6 Joker, and then just, like, never logged in again after, like, 2 weeks. It was insane. Yeah, it was Paul. Yeah. They were in the Discord, too. They just, like, never responded to anything. I don't think so. I think he just quit the game to kind of... Yeah, everyone's... Yeah, there's a lot of turnover, even in ours, where it's, like, not really, you know, nearly as, you know, strict as yours, where, like, people have to... There's no score requirements for us. It's basically just, like, do the runs. And people still, you know, just... I guess they just get burnt out on it. Yeah, I think this guy just dropped the game to kind of... They made level 100 Joker really good. Yeah, I know nothing about, like, the level breakthroughs and all that kind of stuff. Black got burned out, yeah. Black was all in for a while, and then when he kind of ran out of, like, Mementos stuff, I feel like he moved on to... They moved on to CZN after that, right? And that's kind of when he started to just, you know, play the other games a lot more, it seemed like. Yeah, CZN fell off quick, huh? That was, like, the hot thing for, like... for like 2 weeks. There's so many like channels in Bear's Discord for like all the games. It's so funny how like hot those channels get for, you know, like the first week, and then everything falls off. Seems like Enfield is kind of staying hot, but he came back for the twins. He was super into it. Yeah, he was back for a little bit, and then now he's all in on, like, he was playing Dragon Quest the other day, right? If I ever need NTE, I will need NTE help, CJ. I will. CNY Rin Breakthrough's gonna go hard, yeah. I'm excited for CNY Rin, although... How much CNY Rin content are we actually gonna get, considering Makoto Yuki comes out, like, what? What? How many patches? Like 3 patches after. So we're not gonna get any AOE fire content after like 2 or 3 weeks or 2 or 3 patches. CZM became even more goon. Honestly, my rule of thumb is like if it's like a 2D game like that, it's just gonna be straight like a goon fiesta. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like those 2D games, that's kind of what they, the 2D art style games for the most part kind of lean more into the goonage. Maybe just because it's easier than modeling good 3D models, but listen, you got to get the people invested. I guess that's their strategy. They just kind of, as they lose people, they just start drawing them crazier and crazier. Skizzer, thank you very much. I appreciate it, my friend. You're also a very great supporter. You comment on all the videos. I really appreciate it, my friend. Thank you very much. What are the games do I play besides gachas? I play a lot of like JRPGs and stuff. I've been through here before. Unfortunately, I play like sports games and stuff, basketball, football, baseball games and stuff when they come out. But I don't know. I feel like I've been like basically just like JRPG or bust of late. Although it feels like I've just been P5X or bust of late. I really don't play anything these days. I've been trying to finish Trails first for like 5 months, and I can't get more than like 10 hours in without just like feeling I have to start again. But I'm trying to think. I used to play a lot of FPS games. Yeah, the sports games are... It's like a sad reality of like wanting to play sports games these days, because it's basically just like the same like reskinned, rehashed like garbage every year. And you still buy it anyway because you like want to restart the process of doing all the modes and stuff again. Where's the controller for this thing? I don't know. I'm not in the headspace to think. I'm just like running Persona, Nintendo. Eventually we'll get new Persona, and I don't know what's going on in like Nintendo world. I'm not like a huge Nintendo person. Pokemon, obviously. The sports games are another guy. No question, Kage. They literally are. Like, especially the modes I like, which then kind of makes you wonder, like, oh yeah, it makes sense that he likes gacha games, because I love like Diamond Dynasty and My Team and Madden Ultimate Team. I love those. So, those are literally just gacha. You're pulling packs for characters, basically. Oh, nice. What's the really good chess guy? Magnus Carlsen. I love Xenoblade, Shauna. I actually bought... They were on sale at one point. I think I bought all... Well, I played 3. I played like 90 hours of 3 when it came out. I'd never played a Xenoblade game before. And I loved 3. And then I went back and I bought X, 1, and 2. And I started playing... I started playing 1. I didn't finish it, though. But Xenoblade is fire. Live, I think I have that like on a wish list. I have so many good JRPGs like on a wish list or just in a backlog. Idion, I know. I'm here though, finally. Oh, are there 60 FPS patches coming for Switch 2, Mark? Because I still have to play them. And I do have a Switch 2 that I don't use for anything. Xenoblade 3 is probably my favorite game. It's kind of funny. I had played P5R, was my first Persona game during COVID. Like 2 days after Royal dropped, I just like bought it on a whim. I'd never heard of it, never played anything. And I became obsessed. I literally played it like 2 times fully through, like back to back. And then I just went on like a JRPG kick and I played Dragon Quest, then Xenoblade, and then something else. And I just played like multiple 100-hour JRPGs like back to back to back to back to back. Mugenics. Yeah, Mugenics. I think that's what Plat is playing right now, right? I don't know what it is. Is it like a roguelike? It really is that game. It is, Jonathan. I have not played it yet. Maddie, I'm not sure if I'm going to. I don't know. I don't love, like, the art style, but I do love, like, turn-based JRPGs, so I probably will play it. I have not played Danganronpa. I have not. Skull. I've played all the Persona games. Well, not all of them. I've played whatever's available to play, like, as of, like, the PS4 generation. So, Portable, Golden, Royal, Reload. Like, I haven't played, like, FES or the originals. I played Metaphor, yeah. I want to replay Metaphor, but I'm kind of waiting because I feel like maybe I just have, like, Atlas Stockholm Syndrome, that they're going to release some kind of, like, update version of the game. And then I'll, like, play it again, which, you know, it's not like I'll regret playing it again if I have to play it again, but I feel like they're going to come out with it, and then, like, immediately after I decide I'm going to start a playthrough, they'll announce the DLC, and then I'll regret having started it again and just wished I'd waited. I tried to play Strikers. I'm not, like, a huge, like, Dynasty Warriors game fan. Tactica, yeah, I have Tactica. I tried. I didn't love it, but it's not bad. It just, like, wasn't necessarily my vibe. Yeah, Finch, that's my problem with a lot of these games, too, is, like, if I don't play something for a while, I have to start it over, so I end up never finishing anything. I think the only Warriors game I've played to, like, completion is, like, the the One Piece Pirate Warriors games are basically the only Warrior-style games I've played. Because at some point they're going to. Like, once they run out of characters to put in from, you know, all the other franchises, I imagine they'll put in the little, like, AI girl and the guy everyone loves. I don't know his name, but I wish they'd come out with better One Piece games, honestly. Like, what was the last One Piece game that came out? Was it the turn-based one? I don't even remember. Odyssey? I feel like it's such a huge world that has, like, so much potential for, like, a really cool, like, open-world RPG where you kind of, like, pick a devil fruit, create a character, and then, like, go through the whole One Piece world, and they just, like, continue to release the same, like, random One Piece games. I played a little bit of it. I never finished it, though, Kage. But yeah, I'm like a One Piece stan. If anyone's seen me in Discord, my profile picture's Robin making, like, the dumb Wano face. I love One Piece, and I wish One Piece MMO is, like, basically, like, 13-year-old me's, like, dream game was a One Piece MMO, and I'm still waiting for it. I have a feeling those days are dead, because every MMO that comes out these days seems dead on arrival. One Piece your favorite as well. It's my GOAT. Hadion, it's just, like, it's so old that the pacing is... You're almost better off either reading it or just waiting till Wit does the remake. I imagine the Wit version is going to be very good, and it'll be a lot quicker paced. MMO's lost popularity with the rise of hero shooters. It does feel like they kind of stole that market share. Fairy Tail had a fun turn-based RPG. They make so many... I'm surprised they make so many Fairy Tail games. They even made, what's the other one? Eden Zero? From, what's his name? Hiro Mashima, right? It's the author's name. I'm surprised. I feel like nobody talks about Fairy Tail, but there's so much Fairy Tail stuff out there. Yeah, honestly, like, Finch, I can't blame anyone who's like, I can't watch One Piece, because, like, I'll look at something that has 50 episodes sometimes and be like, oh, yeah, I ain't watching that right now. Like, I just don't have it in me to watch this right now. So, you know, however many 1,000 episodes, 1,200 episodes, whatever they're at. I basically just read it at this point. Send my favorite on Discord. You have the... Which one was it, Kage? Saturn? I can't... I'm not going to tab out right now. I'll see it after. Because I don't want to... I blew up the stream earlier clicking, tabbing out. But... You can make it to Water 7, yeah. It's just such a trek for people to get through it. That it's unfortunate. I'd recommend most people just read it, honestly. Like, if you like manga, just read it, and then you can watch, like, the hype fights and stuff in the anime. They tend to get, like, some of the moments right. You read during COVID, took 2 weeks to get from Chapter 1 to Wano. Yeah. We can't read. That's true, Shona. That's a good point. Sona fans are illiterate. That's true. Yeah, Water 7. It's crazy how much stuff happens in... Yeah, the pre-time skip is definitely better. No offense to the post-time skip stuff, although it's kind of picked up again of late. Reading. The reading is a skill issue, yeah. Yeah, no, it's... If you're talking about the anime, Finch, then yeah, it was... Some of the post-time skip stuff is kind of brutal. Like, all the way up through... Up till, like... Zoe, I guess, is, like, kind of paced, like, atrociously. Like, even worse than some of the pre-time skip stuff was that was slow. Like, Dressrosa was just brutally bad. In terms of the pacing. Egghead and Elbaf for peak, yeah, yes. It's... Especially the anime's gone, like, out of control with the budget. Or at least the animation. Of late. Excited for Monday? Yes. If anyone doesn't know, the podcast that we do, the live stream with Farmer's Market that I do every patch or so, we have a couple of special guests. And, Earphone and CJ may be there. So... You're not going to want to miss that one. We'll hang out for a while. Yap it up. It should be a good time. May or may not be. Yeah, we don't know. Unclear right now. Even though I think Destro posted the thumbnail and it has all our profile pictures in it. But, yeah, we'll leave it up to chance right now. Thriller Bark. Thriller Bark's underrated, Maddie. I think it's nice because it comes at like a time when people needed a little bit of like a slowdown in the pace between the two things that's sandwiched between the two arcs that, you know, sandwiched between are kind of like crazy. Yeah, Mark, they're fun. I'm sure the Farmer's Market guys will pop on at some point when I stream one of these days, but I didn't know they were streaming today, unfortunately, so I didn't ask them, but I'm sure we'll do something together at some point, outside of what we already do together. Yeah, Thriller Bark's gas. It's not like the most hype thing, but it's very much like a nice change of pace. Like, Skypiea is one where I hated Skypiea the first time I read it. And then every, like, subsequent reread I did of One Piece, I loved Skypiea more and more. There's really not many arcs in One Piece that I don't like outside of... I'm, like, a notorious Long Ring Longland hater. Well, it's more the Davy back stuff, not Long Ring Longland, but... You feel like a fraud loving Persona but not watching anime? I mean... I don't think so. I feel like JRPGs and stuff are kind of their own thing, right? Like... And it's like an overwhelming thing to get into, I feel like, sometimes for people, because it's, like, so weird on the surface. like if you don't know anything about it, it's like really kind of bizarre. Yeah, I feel like I haven't watched as much of late. I'm kind of like I'm like a binger, so I'll basically wait till a season is over of anime, and then like pick the ones that I want to watch, and then kind of, you know, at night before I go to sleep, I just like put something on and I'll just binge it, you know, a few episodes here and there, and get through the stuff I want to watch. I think there's something too, Shauna, to getting into like you're much like they're very different experiences, right? Like a game, like you feel like you're a part of it to some extent, like, you know, whereas you're kind of just an onlooker to anime, which I guess is just like the argument for video games versus like traditional media in general, but I've never gotten into Baki for whatever reason. I'm not into like, I don't know, there's some anime that I just like am not super into for whatever reason, and like sports anime I've never been able to get into. I've tried to watch IQ like 100 times, and I just can't get into it. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I like real sports so much that like anime sports is weird to me for some reason. I don't know. The OG. Yeah, the OG way to watch. I forget where I mentioned it, but I watched Serial Experiments Lane the other day for the first time, and that was an experience. Baki, what is the one I'm thinking of, user? Am I thinking of... Isn't Baki like the... It's a fighting one, isn't it? They do, like, martial arts? Or am I thinking of Ippo? I might be thinking of Hajime no Ippo. Lane is a strange experience, yeah. Yeah, Baki's martial arts. I'm not, like, too far off. Yeah, Baki's where they're, like, all, like, jacked beyond belief, right? A lot of shenanigans. Yeah, I haven't seen it, so, yeah, it's... Anime is so strange. You tell someone something's about, like, martial arts, and then, like, it's about martial arts, but it's, like, really just the most, like, bizarre thing ever. Caveman gets thought out was fighting it. It's, like, comedy, yeah. Alright, if it's kind of funny, then, or maybe it's unintentionally funny, Maddie, I would consider watching it then. Yeah, the barrier to entry, I guess, lower, right, Shauna? Yeah, 60 hours for the Persona Hot Springs and, like, 7 episodes for the anime Hot Springs episode. Appreciate it, Kage. Thanks for stopping in. I will, I'll check the pop out once I hop off here, too, by the way. By the time Persona gets weird, you're already invested. Yeah, that's... Yeah, you're in too deep at that point to, like, hop out, right? If they get you in there for, like, 60 hours, basically you have to ride with it no matter what. Yeah, I don't know. I might stream, maybe we'll try and stream some different stuff on the channel, too, after, kind of the later half of this month when there's, like, absolutely nothing going on in this game. I don't really know what, but I'm sure we can find something somewhat interesting to stream for a while. The P4 Hot Springs wasn't so bad. Yeah, I mean... Stream metaphor to keep... Yeah. It's gonna be... Like, whatever the worst drought we've had in this game thus far, which was, I guess, maybe, like, what? Like, the second part of the summer event? This is going to be, like, infinitely worse than that, I have a feeling. Because there's literally, like, nothing. Nothing going on. Summer Part 2, yeah, that was brutal. Summer Part 2, and then... There was one other one, but I don't remember what character it was around that was, like... not fun. Like Tycoon, yeah. Actually, that's a good reminder. I have to do the seasonal Tycoon stuff. I haven't done any of it. Shave Dice minigame. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to the Shave Dice minigame part 2. Playing Tycoon right now. Yeah, Tycoon, I had a lot of fun with Tycoon the first season. I think maybe part of it was, like, those one-time rewards that you got, so I had, like, some incentive beyond, like, playing it for fun. Yeah. Yeah, I have not enjoyed it much, much beyond that first season. It was brutal. You know what? It's a shame, too, because, like, I used to like those stupid, like, mobile games where, like, you would do the, I forget what they were called, but, or the one I played was called in particular, but I did like those kinds of games. Your colorblind and Shave Dice really killed. Yeah, I would imagine that makes it difficult. Shauna, maybe you could sue Atlas for, no accessibility setting for colorblind. Get enough to, like A6 Koto Yuki or something. Diner Dash, that was a fun, yes. That's that style of game, Yachiro. Could you imagine a lawyer like reading the like reading the lawsuit? And he's like, "Excuse me, what exactly is a metajoule?" You don't even want cash, you just want straight metajoules deposited to the account. Not a bad idea. Maybe we should all... We're starting to cook something up in here now. Is that... I'm sure we could get a nice buck at Atlas. Yeah, class action lawsuit, that's true. We're gonna have to put this plan into motion here. I don't know any lawyers, though, so... Someone else we need to find. Her say she accepts payments of metajoules, that's true. All A6 R6, absolutely. That's the plan. Who do we want, though? Do we have to, like, request a specific character, or... Because who's next, right? Next is Rin, right? And then we have... Is it just Rin and Turbo, and then we go into 4.0, or am I missing someone? Oh, Akechi. I forgot about Akechi. Sorry to the Akechi stands. A6, R6 riddle, that's a punishment more than a reward. Oh, Kasumi and Akechi, I forgot about Violet. They move Violet. I'm so off on Violet now. They butchered poor Violet. Sue for not releasing Phoebe from jail. That's true. Maybe we can sue them to get, like, Turbo put into the standard, like, right away. Everyone gets a second one, earphone. Everyone gets a second A6 riddle. That is true. That is true, Ribeye. Mont kind of is feasting on Violet's downfall right now. They're going to buff Kasumi like crazy for compensation. That would be nice. Although, I was going to say probably... They seem to prefer to buff the characters that are already good versus the characters that actually, like, need to be buffed. So, I wouldn't be shocked if, like, the characters who are good actually do get the benefit of the doubt and get, like, the really good buffs. Out the 2 months till we... Yeah, it's probably smart, to be honest. John Persona. Is that you, Shauna, with the Howler stuff everywhere? Oh, that was you. I hope I hit yes, by the way. I'm like autopiloting, so if I decline that, send it again by accident. What am I doing here? What do I want to do? I've kind of cleared... Subliminally, I've cleared Mementos without paying any attention to it. I still didn't do this, but... whatever. We'll go do something else. How do I get out of Mementos? Big Kasumi? Yeah. Do I want to do the event stuff right now? I feel like I'm not going to pay any attention if I do it right now. That's the problem. By the way, where's this dagger? Why didn't they release this fire dagger? I have like joy medals everywhere, and I don't have anything to spend them on. Fire daggers with Rin. Okay. I accept it now. I can use the A6 Howler. Thank you, Shauna. I will make sure that I use the Howler just so that you get the coins from it. Even if I don't want to use Howler, I'll do a run with the Howler. Just to say I used it. Fire daggers with Kasumi? Well. Max Gecko coins? That's true. I forget the people who have A6 characters like actually get Gecko coins, unlike me, who gets like one Gecko coin every... I get like a Gecko coin every week. Like a peasant. Like just my peasant pay for having every character. According to Sages. Yeah, I'd have to check the sheet. Let's check the Howler here. Everyone be blessed with the Shauna Howler on stream. Live and in color. Appreciate it, Maddie. Thank you very much. Yeah, maybe I'll try and do some streams that are more suitable to everyone's time zones going forward. But I appreciate it, my friend. Have a, yeah, get some sleep here. A6 R3 only? That's unfortunate. Shauna can get her compensation from the lawsuit and get the rest of the weapons. Oh yeah, the salamander coins. I forgot about that. Whenever they add new stuff into the into the pool. By the way, when are we getting our next batch of characters for the shards? Aren't we supposed to get... Didn't we get Joker and someone added at some point? When is like the next set of those? I guess it doesn't really matter considering like by the time the character gets added to it, they're kind of like not useful in the meta anyway, but I'd take that. I'd take that, ribeye. What do I have left to do in the palace? I don't even remember. Yeah, meta doesn't exist. It's well, the meta is basically just like what's the last character that came out, right? What's the last character that came out? Then who's like the most busted support unit? Where did I leave off in here? I don't even remember. Like, what is the new place in here? Does anyone know? It's electrical energy water tower. Is this it? There's definitely more variety in like what gets used like week to week in this game than there is any other gacha game I've played, just because there is so much like reliance on the elements, which is nice. The 2.0 is just before 4.0. Yeah, I guess that would make sense, right? Are you getting Rinch on it too, or no? What are the rewards for clearing this? Is it just the rest of the Wonder DPS dagger? I don't even remember. Seeing my Rin on Kuroyuki, Katayama, Fuka, Shun, yeah, Junpei. Okay. Yeah, the fire teams. Those fire teams are gonna be kind of nuts. Earphone trying to put Howler down. What did everyone think of these, by the way, these like teleporting doors or whatever in this palace? I don't know if I'm a fan or not. The second part, I feel like the second part wasn't as bad, but whatever I had to do like the first time I came in here was, I guess it doesn't help that I don't read any of the instructions. I just click through everything, but feels like a puzzle, yeah. I was supposed to go this way, wasn't I? Doors are color coded. I'll be honest, like I just like haven't paid any attention to it, which I guess like I can't really say anything bad if I'm kind of at fault for not paying any attention, but John Persona is a true Howler fan. Me like attempting to do these puzzles while like also not paying any attention to what's happening on my screen is going to be interesting. Your name's considered a swear. Wasn't there issues with the swear words in the names like at launch for whatever reason? Everything is a swear in this game, and there was another game too. I feel like no one could use any name because they were all considered like, I don't know what's going on in here. Where's the electrical thing? I'm definitely not in that. This is not the Palace is probably not the play right now, to be honest, considering I'm not paying any attention. Jump Persona. You could say Goonish, but not today, yeah. Well, the Futaba guy was basically at the top of the leaderboard for like 3 months, but you can't really say anything else. Yeah, I'm curious to see like what the actual set of rules. Not entirely sure if my in-game first and last name is wrong or not. Bro switched up on everybody, yeah. He like sold his account or something. Yeah. Changed name, left the clan. Which is kind of crazy. I'm just gonna do city life stuff because my brain is like not wired right now to be doing anything that requires me to think. He sold it. I'm curious for how much. That's the kind of info we need. I need like a P5X community insider. I'll be honest, like the name was ridiculous, but there was some like comfort in logging in and seeing like the stupidest name possible up in like the top 5 every week. Somewhere around $500. Well, who knows how much he spent on it. Yeah, full on rev card rerolls, yeah. Out of the loop, what was the name? I don't even... It was like Futaba's... I don't know if I can... I don't know if I'll get demodded. I'm not gonna... Does someone want to allude to it in chat? Day 1 P5X days were an interesting place to be. There was like the phone channel. I don't use the... I've never been in the chat channels before. But I remember what channel 69 was like. There was some... I heard some crazy stuff went going on in there. There's a crazy guy on the chat. Earphone and Shauna both got muted. People buy and sell accounts, especially whales. Most whale accounts have been bought and sold at least once, yeah. I imagine normal accounts get sold possibly like to people like who want to play like on JP or something. Like if you wanted to play on the JP server but you don't have what's it called? Like because I think to be on JP you need like a JP address or something. Like you need something very specific to play on the JP servers. So I wonder if that kind of thing is popular. Because I know you can just kind of, like, everyone can just make an account on, like, TW and CN, right? Maybe we should do, like, a P5X, like a P5X stock market. You need a Chinese ID for CN. So not CN, but you can play, so what? You can play TW and KR earphone. So I guess that's a case where people might be interested in buying it, but I guess once you get found out, you just get like your account gets banned, right? We possibly have the biggest Howler and also Mesa stan in the chat right now. So it's kind of like a battle of the immovable force meets the, what is it? Immovable force versus the something object. I've completely forgotten the saying as I went to say it. Banning accounts for not being IP locked. Church of Howler and Mesa stand united. That's nice. Immovable object. Yeah, I butchered it from the start, but... There you go. You guys finished it for me. My brain just basically shorted as I went to say it. It's alright, Earphone. We both messed it up. And poor Wind right now is spilling her heart to her family, and I'm like barely paying attention to it. Shauna also has a hidden channel for Howler. Is that in CJ's Discord? CJ's Discord has like a hidden channel for like every character. I'll host like what's a character that like nobody cares about at all? Like Yui? Maybe I'll do like a Yui channel. It'll just be me in there. Riddle, I can't do that. A full separate Discord. Yachiru stands you. Okay, I'll pick someone else. Yuki? I actually do like Yuki. I hate the Fox Morgana. I can't go that far, Finch. Riddle and Morgana are a bridge too far for me. Morgana the GOAT. I don't hate Morgana as much as like a lot of people did in P5, but I don't know if I'd have a channel dedicated to him personally. I'm not looking forward, Earphone, to the Fuka days when we have to try and like explain like swapping units into like a turn order guide. Throw Fox under the bus. Yeah, I'm not a Fox guy right now. Fox has basically been like the bane of my existence in this game for like 2 months. A0, A1, and A2 have different rotations. That's great. Oh boy. For each of their awarenesses. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully by the time Fuka gets here, like enough people just like understand like the like the level of understanding of like a lot of the stuff. I feel like the understanding level of this game, like with the general player base, is a lot higher just because we've all been here for a while and we're all pretty dedicated to the game. A6 Binky and A6 Anj videos today. Last term was like 20 actions. Yeah, there's a lot of... Anj is going to be interesting. Eugen, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, that would be nice, Earphone. We would appreciate that. I'm a Fuka fan just because her dumb, derpy face in P3P made me laugh every time I saw it. So, Fuka's got a special place to me. Keyword try, yeah. Fuka is goated. I kind of miss, honestly, I wish they would do more of what they did with Vino and Queen, where they released like a 4-star that came with the 5-star character that like worked really well with them, but also has like some use elsewhere. Like I want more 4-star characters in general. I just feel like it's fun to try and mix the 4-stars in. I feel like I've heard mixed things on Fuka, Jonathan, but the ability, from what I know, sounds like kind of wild, but... A1 Yui, that's like... Earphone, that must have been like OG, like TW, CN, KR, like early days. Just the one more though, right? That's the last 4-star, I think, right? Which is unfortunate, and I don't even know, Mark, is he... I thought I heard people say he's not that good. At least compared to like how useful like a Vino is, you know, in her time. You know, at the time she came out, she was useful. Oh, personality-wise, right. Yeah, a lot of the P3 cast was kind of like... Especially Fuka, it felt like you rescued Fuka and then she just kind of like existed. Used him one time, yeah. Money with Fuka's at 8-2. 5-star losing. Yeah, he's apparently insane, right? I think I saw Blade, maybe? Someone did a showcase with him. Maybe it was like Faz or something. Numbers were out of control. First character to hit the damage cap. He's as good as Leon? Okay. I'm a Leon enjoyer myself, so. I haven't seen anything about Pinky's kit, so I'm very curious. P4 has the best character interactions. They act like real high schoolers. P3 casts just there for the story. Yeah, it kind of feels a little bit like that. P3 is my favorite of the games just because I like the... I just kind of like the theme of it overall. But there is something, like, charming about the whole... You know, the whole experience of 4, from the small town to the way it looks to the characters interacting with one another. I'm very curious to see how Revival is... I guess how it's received outside of, like, the gameplay stuff. Because you know the gameplay stuff's going to be fine. It's going to be more modern. But it's all the other stuff that I don't know. Like, capturing the vibe of Inaba and all that stuff. When Pinky gives Wonder an extra round every other round, and then she herself gets an extra round every other round, and then pair that with Fuka and Turbo, I see. So it essentially turns like a 6-turn fight into like a 9-turn fight. Or at least it feels like it. And then A6 for an extra turn, plus on J6. Nick, the curious thing is going to be, because apparently, if I remember correctly, the song they played in the trailer was a Golden track. So, like, they're doing Golden. So I am curious to see... Because they'll do DLC, I'm sure. So I don't know what the DLC would be. Maybe they'll do, like, original story? I don't know. I'm not falling for the propaganda. Yeah, the Pinky propaganda. Hot take, the P4 has an awful soundtrack compared to 3 and 5. I think it's just like a... I don't know. I like a lot of the tracks from it. I like all the styles of music that they've done. But I guess if you don't like kind of that more like poppy style of music, I could see that. P3, P4, P5. No, Heaven is... Yeah, Heaven is an absolute banger. I don't know, I feel like it just depends on the day for me, like, which one I like the best. I generally like all of them, though. I feel like maybe the P5 tracks are... The P5 tracks are maybe so, like, P5... I think it's just P5 fatigue in general. Like, there's so much Persona everywhere, and it's all P5, it feels like. P5 music is everywhere. The P5 art style is everywhere. Yeah, I do like the P3 soundtrack quite a bit. My goat, Lotus Juice. I think there's just a lot of P5 fatigue in general. I'm very curious to see what they do for P6, like what style of music they tackle. Because there's like a ton of leaks about it. About like the, you know, the setting of the game, so I could definitely see them doing some weird like mashup thing. Yes, Hades, it was absolute fire. Once I got back, I like missed being out in LA and like getting ready. There was so many like Persona fans all around the theater. It was unbelievable. I think that's just like nerd fandoms in general, Dominic, isn't it? But no, actually, it wasn't bad. The first day wasn't bad. I went to the opening night, so I don't know about the second days. Maybe like during the day when it was when it was hotter out, it was a tougher sell. But the opening night was fire. Lincoln belted, yeah. I couldn't hear for like 2 days after the concert because like my eardrums were basically like bleeding because it was so loud, but it was great. I can't speak to day 2, but day one, I can confirm the theater smelt fine. It's the confirmation everyone's been waiting for. I think Meguro's gone. I think Meguro and the character designer, why is his name escaping me? Soejima, or my brain is not functioning. But like a couple, yeah, Soejima left, right? I think their P5 was their last Atlas thing or Metaphor or whatever they worked on. I think it's like a whole new group. They're in Studio Zero now. Yeah, I knew they did stuff for Metaphor, and then I knew Meguro went to do his own thing. If P6 anything in Metaphor would be great. Apparently some of the leaks I've heard, I mean, who knows on the leaks, right? But it does sound like they're going a little bit more of like a open worldy, which wouldn't shock me. Obviously, like Metaphor was popular. I would be shocked if they were using that as like a testing ground a little bit for like a way to test, like dip their toe into the water of like the action RPG sort of thing, which I hope they don't do. Not every game needs to become an action RPG. Earphone, just do both. Yeah, that might be tough. That may be tough. Well, all you need to do is get Pinky in one 10-pull and then get Koromaru in one 10-pull. And then you'll have a bunch of gems to spare for the next character. I don't even know the last time I've done any of this. I never remember to, like, claim any of this stuff. I guess I did it earlier today. Wish they would add more stuff to the palace thing. I feel like there's, like, not enough to do in here anymore. Technically get 6 Pinkies in one 10-pull. Yeah, it's possible. You don't know until you try. But I also don't want to be responsible when your phone can't get Koromaru.
もし時間があるなら
Jonathan, honestly, I hope not, to be honest, just because I know those will just be kind of brutal. But I mean, they're going to have to at some point, right? Like, once they catch up, we're definitely going to get extended, I would imagine, to 3 weeks minimum. You think they'll keep us at 2 weeks even when we catch up? Yeah, I mean, it depends on what they do with all the extra people, because they have teams working to localize this, I imagine, and for all the versions, so they have more people working on it than they did before. Hoping it'll never catch up. Catch up will be bad. I kind of agree, your phone, and then I also, like, even if I think it'd be worse, I think it'd be more entertaining if we're all at the same time. So, like, I kind of want it, even though, like, the foresight is kind of nice. No, they definitely won't compensate us. They definitely won't. Ever be totally cut up? Yeah, maybe like a patch or two behind. There's a lot of things they could have done that were, like, not difficult and would have made, like, everyone happy and made their lives a lot easier. They've just kind of refused to do them for whatever reason, so I don't have much faith in them changing the way they do things going forward, unfortunately. Yeah, that's kind of what I mean, Ribeye, right? Like, it was kind of hectic and crazy, but, like, in a good way, which is kind of why I want it. But at the same time, like, the foresight makes everything else surrounding the game, like, infinitely easier, especially for me, who's, like, trying to make the videos on a lot of the stuff, and for other people making videos, I imagine the foresight's, like, really nice to have. But I just think it's so much more hype when, like, not everybody, you know, when everyone's kind of on a level playing field in terms of not really knowing what's coming. I think it just creates a lot more hype around the game. Yeah, Sega's gonna Sega. I don't know what Sega's doing in general. Like, they haven't announced any game. Like, what's the last game Sega announced, even? Like, the Yakuza game that everyone's annoyed about right now for some reason? I haven't followed any of that, but... Yeah, Sega is on a cold streak right now. What was, like, it was Sonic Racing, right? And then just a bunch of, like, Yakuza remasters. Yeah, what is the Yakuza story? Like, what happened? I know everyone's mad about something. But I haven't really read a ton on it. VA is a... Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, that'll do it. But I think the, yeah, the DLC... Oh, the DLC characters don't have voice acting? Deleted the old from... Oh, I see. I gotcha. Okay. So it's a couple of things that have, like, all come together to infuriate people at the same time. Yeah, right. Right. Okay. Yeah, I can see why that would annoy people. That's like if they released Revival and then didn't put in any of the Golden stuff and then took Golden off the store. I imagine people would not be happy. I'm trying to think, like, what even... Atlas has, like, a ton, or not Atlas, but Sega in general has a ton of, there's a ton of anniversaries for them over this year, I think, right? Like, it's, like, Sonic's 35th anniversary, I think. I bet they'll add Golden as DLC. Well, Hades, that's what I was... But they played a Golden track in the trailer for Revival, so everyone thinks they're going to have the Golden stuff in it. But I also know they're going to do DLC, so I don't really know what they would add unless they add new content. Like, wholly original content, which I'd be up for. Is the chat okay? I feel like I went off there for a second. Are we good? Someone let me know if we're good here. My internet's been stable thus far. Just quiet. Okay. Okay. All right, we good. All right. No, my internet's been awful today, but since the stream started, it's been good. So I don't want to jinx it. Sega's got, I forget which report it was. Maybe it was like an investor's report, but they said they had like 4 major releases for this year. I watched a video about it today from David Cass, JRPGs, if anyone watches him. He's like all in on the Atlas Sega news. Yeah, earphone, that 25th anniversary was a disaster, so let's hope they get this all right. But they have 4 releases, so like what are they even going to release? Like a new Sega game. Oh, P5X, the anniversary. Earphone's just all locked into P5X. Oh yeah, what is it? The 2nd anniversary for the other versions too, right? 25th Annie was wrecked by COVID. Yeah, that's true. Because I mean, what's coming? Like what is Sega even releasing this year? Right? It's got to be like Revival didn't really look ready, but they're gonna go what, like 2 years without releasing a Persona game? A global Annie. Okay, right. Yeah, we'll see what they do for global Annie. Should be interesting. P4R, I bet, is going to be this year. I hope so, just because, like, I kind of want new Persona to play, even though it's not new Persona. It's, like, newer than anything we have right now. The, what's the other one? Yeah, the new Yakuza. Is that the, Stranger Than Heaven? You know they're going to, Earphone, right? And they're going to for sure, aren't they? I'm just waiting for the next all-new character at the same time. Stranger Than Heaven does look cool. Free awareness boxes. Yeah, I don't know too much about the Annie rewards, but if I had to bet, I would bet that we're not getting not getting the same as the other servers got. We'll get the P4R content global at the same time as the other servers. I mean, you would think they'd probably want to do that just to kind of capitalize on the hype of that game, right? Selectors up to Frostgale Mont. That would be nice. We didn't even get the Valentine's rerun, so I don't have much faith in like a free 5-star dupe. Two selectors, one's up to Cord, the other one's up to Mont. Global will be up to the Twins. Okay. Yeah. The outrage videos on YouTube when we get a selector up to like Queen. Twins was cool, yeah. I mean, they're definitely going to do something like that again, I would imagine. It's just a matter of what the timing is on it, right? Like, is that just going to be like every 6 months for like a half Annie and a regular anniversary? We're going to get a character? Yeah, it's probably tough earphone because you're playing all the versions at the same time.
ごめんなさい。
But you don't play global. You just do the guides for global. You stream it sometimes though, right? Because I've seen you play a lot of the other versions, but I see you stream global too. Live off Zev and CJ's accounts, yeah. The only version you play yourself is TW. Okay. I've been tempted. I was so tempted when the game came out to play on TW, like, originally. And then I told myself, they'll probably release it, like, globally, like, you know, in a month or two, and then we waited all that time. And it just took them forever. I don't understand how they waited so long to release this game globally, but... yeah, her whole synergy is basically just finding guys setting things on fire. Yeah, they weren't sure if it would be successful enough, yeah. Yeah, I guess they wanted to wait first, but... I guess maybe it is better they waited, because if it went that bad... if the launch went as badly as it did for us when they did release it, I can only imagine what a disaster would have been for them to try and do all of this at the same time. Yeah, definitely. Definitely, Jonathan. Yeah, it feels like they waited maybe, like, a little bit too long. And now they're regretting it because they're speeding us up and then, like, not giving us, like, the consummate rewards for doing so. Which, you know, also not great. Yeah, you would have thought they would try to, like, strike while the iron was hot of P5. Which I guess it... I don't know. I don't know if it's hot anymore, but... it feels unfortunate they've taken as long as they have to come out with, like, the next Persona thing rather than just milking 5 for all it's worth. Random YouTuber you watch, yeah, got sponsored. Okay. Were you a Persona person before that earphone, or just, like, more of a gacha person, or just, like, randomly it just caught your interest and you started playing it? Only play P5R, okay, at that point. Yeah, earphone lore. We've got earphone lore here. We'll get all the earphone lore on Monday on the podcast on Farmers Market. CJ and me and Farmers Market and earphone. Earphone confirming that YouTube... yeah, they do. So, all P5X YouTubers should get lots of sponsorships. I wasn't listening to Katayama's question, so I'm just going to answer a random thing and hope it's right. Yeah, that would be interesting. Yeah, maybe that's a topic. We can send that to Destro, earphone. So I think that's probably something interesting we could talk about in the... because we end up just yapping for a while after, like, the actual quote-unquote podcast portion is over. Like, we just kind of sit there and yap for, like, 2 times as long as the the actual questions go, so... But I'm sure people want to know the earphone lore. See which useless tasks I got today. Literally, I haven't seen, like, a 2-hour rainbow task since the update when they added the new tasks. I swear. Skill issue, yeah, it's true. It's true. Eugen, it's usually just on the Farmers Market P5X channel. Like, we'll do it, we do it live. It's like a live stream. And then Destro will edit it down afterwards and then post it as, like, a podcast on their channel. It's on my channel, too, under, like, the collaborations thing. If you go to, like, the homepage. I don't know what it's called. I don't know, like, the technical terms. What time zone? I am in Eastern Mark. What about you guys? What time is it for everybody here? I'm always curious to see. That, like, half of you guys, it's like 2 in the morning. Eastern. Listen, man, this is CST, PST, EST, Mountain. Okay, so not earphone. Not too late. It's past my bedtime, but not too late, earphone. At least it's not like 4 in the morning. Yeah, we got a couple ESTers in here. 5:15 a.m. Yeah, that's it is very early. Yeah, I ain't built like that. I need to go to bed at like well, I say that. I go to I fall asleep very late, but I like lay down to go to sleep like as like a grandpa time. Unk status for real. This game is definitely like way more like Unk status than a lot of other other gacha games. I feel like the player base is way older. How if you don't mind, earphone, how old are you? If you don't want to say, that's fine. But out of curiosity. 18? Oh, you're definitely, yeah. That's crazy. Ancient Decrepit Senile 27 on Tuesday. Ripe 21, 1 foot in the grave. Yeah. I am 1 year older than Sleepless. Old man. Old 28 years old. Izanagi is too. Okay, we got a couple of youngsters here. A couple of young whippersnappers in the chat. Shauna, you're 21 with 1 foot in the grave. Wait till you get to 28. I've got like both feet in the grave, and I've got like the shovel with the dirt, and I'm pouring it on myself slowly every day when I wake up. Jonathan, firmly in your mid-20s for another few months. Okay. Everything hurts. It's unbelievable, Sleepless. As you get older, everything hurts all the time for no reason. Like, you can't, like, eat the way you used to eat when you were young. You just eat whatever you want, and you just felt fine. Dewey, for real. It's not great. Melissa's older than everyone except Marcus around. Yeah, it's not good. We're all making each decade of your life better than the last. I like that, Mark. Although I'm dreading 3-0. I'm Not looking forward to it. Yeah, earphone. I would have guessed. Like in your like mid early 20s was probably my guess. Was like college, junior, senior. I did, Hadion, I did. I pulled her to basically not use her on any of her content because she's useless without Rin. 30th birthday stream, we listen to you cry. It's good. It'd probably be very similar to that, yeah. Who knows if I'll make it till then, honestly. I drink energy drinks and stuff every day. 29 might be it for me. Just check out. It's just a number. That's true, Dewey. Happy going to your 40s, 50s. You're dreading a bit. You're young at heart, Melissa. You're young at heart. You're like... I don't know. I feel like I've met people who were like... I had a coach. He was, back in the day. He was like... Gosh, I don't even... He was like 87 years old, and he could still get up and run and do everything. And he was just like... He would run. He'd show up. He was sharp. Like... It was unbelievable. And he was just... I was like, what's your secret? Because when I'm 87 or whatever he was, 84, 85, I want to be as into it as you are. And he was just, like, get up every day and do stuff. Like, don't ever just let yourself sit there and do nothing. And so I've tried to do that as I sit here playing an anime video game in the dark in my room by myself. $36, Eugen? I definitely feel like our average player base is like older than most gacha games. Yeah, Melissa has like a real life. That's also true, correct. Most of us are just T-gens, yeah. It's accurate, Jonathan, accurate. That is true, Melissa. I'm in spirit. Thank you, Mark. That's an important qualifier. Whilst I am sitting alone in the dark playing an anime video game by myself, I am talking to a lot of people. Keep the mind active. Yes, it is. I think that's the most important thing, honestly, Dewey. It's just like staying sharp, like doing things that like keep you thinking and active and doing things. We also lost, like I said, like we lost a lot of like the gacha people early when the game kind of was a disaster. I watched the last one, Earphone. I would do it if you want me to, yeah. Just theoretically, I would do it, yes. I don't know how good I'll be at it, but I will do it. Let me know like a week in advance. I'll start studying. I'll like read through Lufelnet like I have a like I have my finals. You can't find the answers in game? Oh no. Lufelnet is the GOAT. Lufelnet's like the best like partner, not partner website, but whatever you want to call it, resource website, information hub of any of the gacha games I've played. I know, I saw the last one, Melissa. It's I'm gonna have to study the last one and try to figure out Earphone's like question pattern. His like random earphone questions. I'm more amazed that he updates Lufelnet, or I don't know if it's a guy or not, but Mark, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yes, have a good good Valentine's Day. and appreciate you showing up and hanging out, becoming a member, all the above. We'll probably wrap up here in like, what time is it for me? It's like 6:50, and I haven't eaten anything today, so we'll probably wrap up in like 7 minutes so I can have dinner. And also like call my family because it is technically Valentine's Day. I should probably speak to someone. But I'll probably wrap it up in like 7 or 8 minutes. See ya, Hadeon. Appreciate you stopping by. Shauna, overpromise, underdeliver. PM, Dewey, PM. Yeah, I've eaten nothing. I had some protein bars for breakfast, Wizard. I'm very hungry right now. And I'm also like running out of stuff to do on the stream. The stream thing is way easier when like Destro and Watts are like playing a game for me and I can just sit there and talk. So, shockingly enough, that's a lot easier. Time flies when you're having fun. Absolutely. Overpromise, underdeliver, Shauna. Or underpromise, overdeliver. Not the opposite. Not the opposite way. That one you don't want to do. V-Day's over in Aussie land. What is the... How many hours ahead is Aussie land? Just do Guild Boss or SOS. That is true, Earphone. From not slick. Yes, we can, Jonathan. I kind of like this Saturday slot, although I'd like to try and do some different stuff. Sydney 10:54. Okay. Not too bad, as long as it's not like... I was hoping it wasn't like 3 in the morning for you, Dewey. But yeah, I'll probably try and stream... I kind of like the Saturday just because it's like quiet by me on Saturdays typically. So maybe a little bit earlier in the day, potentially. I don't know. Next weekend, I won't be able to because I'll be out of town, but generally, I want to try and stream like once or twice a week at like a time slot that's reasonable for everybody, so we can move it around for like, you know, if anyone thinks of like a good time that seems more universal for everybody. Earphone is teasing this. Yeah, save it for Monday, Earphone. We have to bring the people in. I try to respond to every single comment, Jonathan. I know people, it might be kind of like annoying, but I do try and respond to every comment. I don't know how long I'll be able to keep that up for, but I do like trying to do it. Howler. I missed a comment 15 minutes ago. I'm fake. Yeah, that is true. I'm an absolute disgrace to the P5X community. Appreciate you, Skizzer. Unfollow ban reported. I don't blame you. So he'll appreciate it, my friend. Hopefully see you around again on the next one. Well, I think the problem with a lot of like Lufelnet and a lot of those sites that do recommend builds and, you know, it's really hard to it's hard to put like a one-size-fits-all thing on a lot of these. Because everything in this game is like so dependent on your situation, your account, what team you're running, what content you're doing. So it's you know, So, the one-size-fits-all thing might not always work. But I think it's, like, a good baseline for people who are just, like, totally lost. Like, if you have no idea where to start, like, I'll just look at Blue Found that you can see, okay, these are the cards, and you maybe try and figure out why kind of on your own and go from there. Yeah. Yeah, you're fun. I agree. I agree in that sense for sure. The other part has nothing to do with Velnet. Tease it. We got to tease it for Monday. About the players. Okay. Earphone, say something like really, what's it called? Something really controversial so that I can make everyone in the P5X community can collectively put out, like, Earphone said what about P5X players videos? Flip farming, absolutely, Saffron. That'll be my next P5 gossip video. Shauna running reconciliation on Marion ? Washed ? That's good, Earphone. I like that. Yes, I'll use that in my. I'm actually gonna. I should hold on. I'm gonna screenshot that, and whenever the Akechi Should You Pull video comes out, I'm going to use that chat you just put as a reason for people to pull. Hold on. I need to save this. All right. I have it in stone now. Yeah. Not because he's bad, because he's a catchy. That's like the based opinion, Dewey. Is you don't skip Akechi because he's bad, you skip him because he's Akechi. That's like the really meta. Oh no, I don't want to annoy the Akechi people. I'm indifferent on Akechi. I don't hate him, and I don't I like him way more after Royal, for sure. But I was never like an Akechi stan. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I'm just very curious to see how they buff him, to be honest. Akechi Navigators is true calling. Listen, if they want a really crazy idea, I can fix Akechi for everybody by making him way cooler. And they do like a special thing where they basically do a rework for Akechi, and they just add like the black mask as a form. They're never going to do this, of course, but if they want the money. Drop the black mask Akechi, I'm telling them. Saffron deep in enemy territory. Yeah, these are dangerous waters here for an Akechi stan. Yeah, black mask is kind of, like a dead dream, I think, at this point, but it would be cool, and I don't know why they chose to. Outside of the spoiler thing, which, I guess I get it, but I don't know, how many years after something happens is it, okay for it to be a spoiler in a game? You know what I mean? I don't know. It feels weird that they chose to do White Mask Akechi over Black Mask Akechi when, Royal was the more popular game. And I think that's probably the more popular form of Akechi, I would imagine. Yeah, Finch, that's kind of at what point is, the run of, us having to be careful over? Yeah, that is true. The white suit is better. I think the suit is better. I don't love the white mask. Like, I like the white mask suit better, and I like the black mask oh, that's a tongue twister. The black mask better. Right. Yeah, that is true. The catchy pajama form. Swap Mess's mask and Catchy's mask, no one will notice. Mess's is cooler, I think. Because the Catchy's is a little bit more just, like, long nose. Mess's aesthetic is really cool. But, like, I'm a sucker for, like, the Plague Doctor thing, so... Yeah, he's so cool. He's such a cool, like, looking character. Stream is supposed to end for that is that is true. I did another energy drink. I wasn't paying attention. I just feel bad because I'm like not doing anything on in game. And it sounded like someone just knocked on my door, but I'm going to ignore it because I don't know who would be knocking on my door. So, pretend like I didn't hear it. Start a TW account. It's tempting. It's tempting, if nothing else, than to just get footage to use of characters that haven't come out yet. my internal voice comes to me in the form of a chat. I should think about it, honestly. The problem is, if I went to play TW, I feel like I'd fall off on global, because then I'd be like all in on the TW stuff. And I'm like too deep into this, I feel like, to give it up. But all right, fam, I think we are going to wrap it up here just because as much as it's entertaining, I'm sure to watch Wonder just run around the halls of the school, I'm kind of out of things to do on stream. So I think we're going to wrap it up here. I appreciate everybody coming out. This was awesome. Thank you for, like, chatting, because I was very worried that, like, it was going to be, like, no one in here and I'd just be talking to myself and trying to make something up for a while, but... Thank you guys very much for coming on. We will do this again. I'll make sure to post it a little bit more in advance next time. But appreciate all you guys' support on this, everything. Yes, not Slick Rick. Or Slick but not Rick. Or not Slick and also not Rick. However you want to put it. But I appreciate you guys. I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.